Greetings world, we are Anonymous. We're still continuing OpPedo in an attempt to remove all traces of pedophilia on the surface web and darknet. Back in 2011, a group of people affiliated with Anonymous launched Operation Darknet, an anti-child pornography effort against activities on the dark web. This was orchestrated through the Anonymous IRC with the hashtag OpDarknet, along with regular updates being posted to the official Operation Darknet pastebin and Twitter account. This was the first time Freedom Hosting was taken down, along with the Hard Candy and Lolita City websites. Members of both sites had their information leaked, such as IP addresses, which were used to determine the individuals accessing them. 2 years later, the owner and admin of Freedom Hosting, Eric Edwin Marks, had been arrested by the FBI and is now currently fighting extradition to the US, where he could face a life sentence of up to 100 years in the US, or a reduced sentence of 14 years in Ireland, where he currently lives. A few days before Freedom Hosting were found to be serving custom malware, which was designed to identify any visitors. The FBI had admitted that they secretly took control of Freedom Hosting's servers behind the scenes and left them up so they could track down the users of known pedophile sites. Eric Edwin Marks had rented the servers from an unnamed commercial hosting provider in France, and paid for them from a bank account in Las Vegas. It's not clear how the FBI took over the servers in late July, but the bureau was temporarily stopped when Marks somehow regained access and changed the passwords, briefly locking out the FBI until it gained back control. Just recently though, the new Freedom Hosting administrators were discovered facilitating child porn on their web servers and have been hacked a second time by an unknown hacker affiliated with Anonymous. In an interview with Motherboard Vice, the hacker went on to say that it was his first hack and that he just had the right idea to taking them down. The attacker seemed to have no ulterior motive, but mentions a quote from Freedom Hosting's homepage that they have a zero-tolerance policy to child pornography, but what they found while searching through their server was more than 50% of child porn. 74 gigabytes of files and 2.3 gigabytes of database were dumped and uploaded as a torrent for people to download, with any traces of child pornography removed. At first, the attacker wasn't originally planning on hacking Freedom Hosting too, but when they allegedly found several large pornography sites using more than Freedom Hosting 2's stated allowance of 256 megabytes, they noticed they were comprised of gigabytes of material. This has had a dramatic effect, as Freedom Hosting 2 had hosted over 20% of the dark web, which was approximately 10,613 websites through their service. Although there is no proof that Freedom Hosting 1 and 2 are affiliated with each other, we still find it very suspicious that the two services share the same name and claim not to host child pornography, even though it's been proven that both owners knew about the content. Child pornography is still a growing problem, so we encourage everyone to report any deep web links where it's being hosted, and if you personally know someone or a group of people who are abusing children, to anonymously submit a tip to law enforcement. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.